Hello Math 500, this will be reteaching 109. Multiplying decimal numbers. To multiply decimal numbers, step number 1, multiply the numbers. Step 2, count the digits to the right of the decimal points in the factors. Step 3, put the same number of digits to the right of the decimal point in the answer. So they're telling us step 1, multiply. So I'm going to multiply just like I know how. So 7 times 4 is 28. I'm going to put my 8 down, carry my 2. You know I circle what I've carried. 7 times 1 is 7 plus 2 would be 9. So I have 98. They like to have that 0 there to mark the ones place, and that's fine. So I'm going to come over here and see that in 0.14, the decimal is swung over 2 places. There are 0 decimals in the second number, so that would be 0 digits. And 2 plus 0 is 2. Excuse me. So I'm going to place my decimal to the right of the number and swing it 2 times, which gets me 0.98. So that's exactly what their sample showed me. Let's look at the next example. I'm going to multiply because that's what they said step number 1 was. I probably would see how many digits are in each problem, but I'm going to follow Saxon. But, you know, as long as we're successful, it's okay if you do it your way too. I really am going to look first. There are 0 decimals in the first number, and then there's 1 in this second number. So I'm going to swing my decimal 1 place. So let's go ahead and multiply. Let's do the fun multiplication part of this. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. And there's 1 decimal, so I'm going to put it to the right of the number and swing it 1 place because it told me 1 digit. Let's look at the third example. I'm going to see that there are 2 decimal places over in the top number and 1 digit over in the second number, and I need to add that up. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So I'm going to need to swing my decimal 3 places to the left after I'm done multiplying. So 6 times 5 is 30. Carry my 3. 6 times 2 is 12. Plus 3 is 15. There's an implied decimal to the right of every number. So I'm going to swing it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So my answer is 0.150. Saxon likes you to have that 0 to mark your ones place. And we will do that for them. Let's come down to the practice section. I see that there's 1 decimal there and 0 there. So I'm going to swing my decimal 1 place when I'm done multiplying. 3 times 5 is 15. Carry my 1. 3 times 0 is 0. Plus 1 is 1. There's my implied decimal. Swing it once. My answer would be 1.5 or 1 5/10. Number 2, 0 decimals there, 1 decimal there. That's a total of 1. 4 times 7 is 28, and I'm going to place it right there. I need to swing it 1 place, so my answer is 2.8 or 2 8/10. Number 3, they're going to change it up a little bit on us and give us 2 digit by 2 digit. This one has 1 decimal, this one has 0. So, oh, I'm sorry, that is 2 decimals over. I'm busy listening to Lily. I'm sorry, I got a little distracted. So 2 decimals in the top, 0 in the second. So I'm going to need to swing it 2 times. So let's multiply. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 1 is 3. Scratch, scratch, drop 10. Now I'm going to multiply by my tens. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. I'm going to add this up. 6 plus 0 is 6. 3 plus 2 is 5. Kind of ran out of space. I need to remember my decimals. So there's an implied decimal to the right of every number. I need to swing it twice. So my answer is 1.56 or 1 56/100. Number 4, this has 1 decimal in it, and this has 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So let's go ahead and multiply. 2 times 9 is 18. Carry my 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. And we have an implied decimal to the right of every number. Swing it 2 times. 1, 2. So my answer is 0.38 or 38 hundredths. When you come down to number 5, you're just gonna have to write it out yourself. I would totally change the way this is written, and because visually I have to have 2.18 times 0.4. I have to have my biggest number on top to multiply. So there are 2 decimals in the top number, 1 in the bottom, which gives us a total of 3. So you're going to go ahead and multiply that out and swing your implied decimal 3 times in your answer. Number 6 is looking good. You're going to set that problem up and count how many decimals are in each factor, and then once you multiply it, you're going to put that into your answer, into your product. Number 7, again, I would set that up as 3.2 times 0.2. And looking good for number 8. Let's look at number 9. What is the area of this square? Remember to write the units. I remember a couple lessons back it talked about area. It's not, perimeter is when we add up all 4 sides. That is not, this is the rim. That's not what we're doing for this problem. So go back and try and find the formula to find area. And remember that this is a square, so that means all 4 sides are equal. So you'll need to know that that's the truth. So you have 1 7/10 centimeters, and then they're all 1.7 centimeters, 1.7 centimeters, 1.7 centimeters. But remember, this is not perimeter. You're not adding, so you're going to have to go back and look and find the formula for area. Good luck. You're doing a great job in math. Bye.